What's up, guys? Reformed Stoic here, back again with another video. Today's video is 3 things that do not matter at all. You guys, I don't want to say the wrong people are walking around with confidence today. I want everybody to be confident. I want everybody to be happy. But right now, we need to focus on our little buddies. We don't have enough confidence, you guys. And I think what's going to help you is realizing that these 3 things really just don't matter nearly as much as you think they do. And when you're on the right level of confidence, you have the right mindset, and you realize what's really important, you realize that these things really don't matter at all. So I'm going to go ahead and start with number 1, physical dominance. And this encapsulates your attractiveness, because I feel like one of the bottom lines of what makes a man masculine, attractive, masculine, big, tall, powerful, maybe you're no bigger than Bruce Lee, but you can whip the snot out of a lot of people, and that would probably help you in your overall attractiveness. So physical dominance is what I'm going to focus on. Who you can beat in the giant grand scheme of worldwide UFC life. Like, we don't live in the jungle, we don't live in the wild. It is a disturbing thing to think of. You look at the trash man, he's 6'4", 300 pounds. You look at the delivery boy, he's 5'9", 140 pounds, and you think, wow, if we lived in freaking Sparta, the trash man could tackle the delivery boy off of his bike and strangle him to death, and he wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Such is life. God made us in a lot of different shapes and sizes. There's a lot of people who talk about, like, is size and strength all that matters in a fight? It's not, but me being a smaller guy, I don't want to, go on a big rant about that. I come from a pretty rowdy part of the world, and I will tell you that I can honestly say some of the worst I've ever been beat up in boxing and beat up in wrestling is by men smaller than myself. But I'm not naive. I know a guy who was like a football linebacker here, and just one time he's just messing around and he grabbed me by the collar, and we're talking guys that outweigh me by 100 pounds. There's just kind of a reality to life, you guys, okay? We are not animals. We are more than just animals. We are created in the image of God. But there is also an animal nature to people. Actually, I think philosophically we are, arguably animals, but we are the top of the food chain. Anyway, I don't want to get mixed up in that. I don't want to screw myself over philosophically. We don't live in the jungle. We live in the modern world, and there's things about being a human other than who you can dominate and how far you stack up on the food chain. And if you're walking around thinking about this stuff, it's like, oh, look at the size of the mailman, look at the size of the trash man, could I take the paper boy, could I take that guy behind the counter? It's gonna put you on edge, it's gonna make you more aggressive, it's gonna make you more insecure if you're not Brock Lesnar sized, because guess what, guys, a lot of people aren't built like that, and there's a lot of people who are very happy and content and get a lot of respect and have accomplished a lot of things. I've been saying this a lot lately, Skrillex maxing. This is something that I've been saying a lot over the last week or so, and I'm thinking, yeah, that really rolls off the tongue. Skrillex maxing. Sonny Moore, he used to be the singer from First to Last, who I actually saw in concert at the Epitaph tour way back in 2006. So I actually saw Skrillex before he was Skrillex. The dude's a solid 5'4", soaking wet. He's got his long black hair, he's got his thick-rimmed glasses, he's in the studio making his cool EDM, dubstep music, he's super hip, he lives in LA, he wears big, expensive, baggy sweatpants, and he eats ramen, and he hangs out with famous people and all kinds of hot girls. I have a feeling the guy doesn't struggle with women. Skrillex maxing, guys. Figure it out. Now, does that mean you don't work out? Does that mean you don't do martial arts? Absolutely not. But you just don't worry about it. Be the best you can be in everything, but it doesn't matter life is not a UFC ranking roster. So I hope I've made that clear. That's about 5 minutes on that topic. On to the next one. You probably saw this coming from a mile away. How much sex do you have? Fornication. This is where God's really going to help you out, guys. It is a grave, mortal sin to fornicate, to have sex outside of marriage. If you get laid, I'd recommend that you go to a priest and confess it so that you can take part in the Eucharist. That is the reality. It's something that we all struggle with. Maybe you struggle with it because there's a lot of women that want to sleep with you and you partake in that. Maybe you struggle with it because you are married and you are thinking about having an affair. Or there's a very good chance that if you're here, you struggle with this in terms of you are not able to have sex right now. Sometimes you have the urge and it's just not happening. There's no ladies in your life. Ultimately, that's something between a husband and wife, and we're living in a time where things aren't going so well with that. And I know there's guys walking around with this MGTOW mindset, like there's no reason for men to get married today. Ultimately, guys, it just is what it is, and your value is not decided by how much fornication you're able to have. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's borderlining on insanity. It basically is insanity. There's a lot of things wrong with the modern world, and I know people want to tell me that this is cope. And this is why it's so hard for people to just understand. God says it's wrong, so it's wrong. So be positive, fill your life up with positive things, which I'm going to go over after we finish the last thing, but I can go over it right now, man. Like, go outside, go for walks, touch grass, eat good food, eat healthy food, work out. I'm really getting into dance, and that's something I could have said for the last topic too. I mean, I'm trying to really get into dance. Break dancing, for me, it's like, and that's going to be a preview of the next thing is success, but we'll get there. It's just that I worry about how I haven't had enough of a musical output, but I want to appreciate music, you know? And I thought maybe if I appreciate music more, I'm still young creatively. It doesn't matter your physical body for creating music. I could maybe make an album in my 40s. So I should really appreciate as much music as I can right now. And there's so many different levels to music. Like, you can make the music or you can dance to it and you can enjoy it. And that's a great way to be in shape. That's something physical you can do that isn't like violent, you know? Because so much of how I've thought about being in shape is like, how violent can I be? What kind of violence am I capable of? And then the other kind of physicality, going to the gym, let's be real. You're either thinking that you're going to be a big, tough, strong guy and you're more physically dominant, or you're thinking that you're going to look better for women. And there's nothing wrong with any of that, but I'm trying to get into dance because it's cool. You can move in a way that's cool. You can express yourself. You can put your physicality into something that's just cool. It's like a video game. It's like an anime. It's like Dragon Ball Z. It's just like, wow, I just did I just did flares, you know? I just did a 6-step. It's like a Kamehameha or something. Anyway, that's a bit of a spurg out rant. I'm just saying, guys, live your life, bro. And I know sometimes you hear this a lot and you just can't let it go. You know, you want to be having sex. You want to be feeling the warmth of a woman, and you're just not right now. And honestly, guys, the best way to put yourself in a position to make that happen with a woman that you love and are married to someday is to live your life, man. Listen to good music, eat food that you enjoy, do things that you enjoy, go outside, see the world, live your life, bro. You're not living your life when you're just sitting behind a computer. And if you are sitting behind a computer, get involved in, you know, like Discords and message boards and find like-minded people. And the way you find like-minded people is like, what do you like to do? How do you live your life, man? It's not too late to live your life, you guys. I'm trying to figure out how to live my life more. Please live your life more. Please do not worry about your physical dominance. It's not a big UFC competition. And please don't worry about how much sinful, unironically mortal sin, fornication you're able to have. Those things don't matter, and the kind of people who judge you on those things are idiots. Phase them out. They're lower level. You're up here, dude. You're Skrillex maxed. You're living your life maxed. And finally, guys, the last thing is success. Success doesn't matter. Originally, I wanted to say financial success, but I'm looking for broad categories, okay? It's not just attractiveness, it's physical dominance. I think fornication is about as broad of a category as you can get in that regard, but just success, because this is something that eats me up, and this is why I really wanted to make it success instead of just financial success. I wish that I accomplished more, especially in terms of like music. I wish that I had put more things out. And for the record, I've made a lot of rap songs, man, and I know that they're not really that great. And I know that, like, it's not mixed to a high quality, but hey, you know, that's something. It's better than nothing. Someday when I'm dead, people will be able to put on a backwards hat and listen to a lot of really cringe SoundCloud rap. And you know what? That's something for me to maybe be proud of on a good day. And it's just like, there's time. There's time to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. And you shouldn't want to accomplish things to impress people or to be valuable. It's like what I said on the second point, man. Live your life. When you're finding things that you like, when you're finding a good taste in movies, when you're finding a good taste in music and culture, you might think, hey, there's a little empty space there, or maybe I could fill it in with my own creativity, and you'll get a better taste, and you'll be moving around, and you'll be improving yourself, and just learning how to be better when you live your life. And accomplishment doesn't have to be like the Olympics or sports or wrestling or making music. There's a lot of ways to be successful. You could make a blog. You could make a vlog. You could make a YouTube channel. You could do reviews. You could just be such a big fan of music that you just talk about it. And you could be really good at talking about it. I think about this and talk about this with video games, man. I just think it's so funny how boomer parents are like, if you spent as much time doing your homework as you did playing those video games, you'd be a dang doctor. And it's just kind of ironic, because honestly, if you would have dropped out of high school and did literally nothing but play video games all day, you might be able to have one of those cool gamer channels where you collab with other gamer channels, and you go to a bunch of local game stores, and you travel to the United States and go to different game stores and go to gaming conventions, and you can literally be a millionaire just for playing video games and loving video games. But you have to love it. And you can talk about anything, like literally just live your life, bro, and success might come as a result. A wife might come as a result. Getting in shape might come as a result. Becoming more physically dominant might come as a result. The thing is, guys, is what I'm starting to see in myself and the internet and men and people is that something about the internet is like paralyzing us. Okay? It's reminding me of the rat experiment, the mouse utopia, where when everybody's got all the food and the mice have everything they need, eventually some of the males become the beautiful ones. They just hang out in their little room and eat and drink and run on their wheel and clean themselves, and they stop living. Something about the modern world is causing us to stop living. Y'all who know me know I'm pretty damn isolated right now, but even in the confounds of my home, I'm trying to figure out how to live more. I want to be listening to more music. I want to be finding more bands. I want to continue playing drums and working out and doing the things I'm always talking about doing. But I just want to live my life, man. And I want you guys to live your life. And these things don't matter. Your physical dominance, it doesn't matter. Screw everybody who holds it over your head like it means something. Because you know what? Sometimes it is, and I'm not trying to put anybody's job down, but sometimes it is the trash man who's 6'4" and 300 pounds. You know, it's like he's not making a bunch of money. He would get his ass kicked by the heavyweight champion. He's, you know, working a low status job. I don't want to put down anybody's job, dude. For the record, you could be a trash man and you could be married. You can be very happy, and you can have a great life. It's not about putting down anybody's job. I'm just saying, sometimes the guy who's 6'8", 400 pounds, his life's not that great, and he's angry, and he wants to pick somebody up who's Skrillex maxed and throw them through a wall, and he's just going to go to prison, where I guarantee you, if you've ever seen Wes Watson, I knew a guy, 5'6", he had a big swastika tattoo on his face, and he grabbed this guy who's 400 pounds, he beat his face in with a wrench, okay? So, it doesn't matter, guys. Physical dominance, forget about it. Work out, by all means. Be the best you can be. Life isn't UFC. Fornication, read the Bible. In terms of being a Christian, you guys, I think sometimes maybe you feel like there's a little bit too much pressure to like, oh man, I gotta start reading Augustine, and I gotta read the Catechism, and I gotta read different confessions and the church fathers, and I have to read a lot of the Bible every day. Sometimes, man, just maybe one chapter of the Bible a day. Sometimes maybe 1 5-10 minute video on YouTube. Maybe you could put on a sermon in the background, a little bit of Jesus, a little bit of Bible, a little bit of your faith every single day. I pray the rosary every day. I pray at night. There's a few prayers that I say before bed every day. And then some days you'll want more, and that's great, and do that. And maybe you want to get really dedicated and do a lot every day. Just no pressure. Just get it in your life, man. Get Christ in your life. And then lastly, guys, success, financial success. You know, there's some people that just want to be happy. Some people just want to live in an RV, and maybe you could go to a community like Slab City and be around other people who live in RVs and just look at the sky and eat good food and maybe share a few drinks and smoke some cigarettes with people, and just, you don't have to accomplish anything. You literally don't have to accomplish anything, but you might want to accomplish things. So calm down, take a deep breath. I kind of want to record myself playing drums and then put some little synths over it, you know, a little synth bass line and some reverby piano sounds and maybe some little like voice clips from movies, and make some kind of like Boards of Canada tier stuff with my own drums on it, and pulling my hair out and thinking about, oh my gosh, I've never made any music and I'm nothing. That's not going to help me get anywhere, bro. And you don't want to do it to think that you're going to win a Grammy and make a bunch of money and get a bunch of women who want to sleep with you, because it doesn't matter, and it's probably not going to happen. And just live your life, guys. So I hope I've made some sort of a point clear to you. I hope I'm helping you figure out how to Skrillex max and take the live your life pill, because everything good is going to come from faith in Christ and living your life. So physical dominance, fornication with lots of women, and success, it really doesn't matter. Take a deep breath, calm down, maybe go watch a Looney Tune, maybe go make a bowl of cereal, maybe put on some like rainforest sounds and just chill, maybe read the Bible a little bit. Live your life, guys. The internet's ruining everybody. Feel sorry for them. Try to spread the word of positivity, man. Let's get going. God bless. I wish you all the best.